Welcome to the best of TV Burp, where we look back at our favourite moments from previous series. And do you remember when we discovered Britain's most short-sighted sniper on Spooks?
Come on. Come on.
Eddie Izzard makes a guest appearance on Emmerdale.
And where's yours?
And the world's oldest air hostess nearly run over on EastEnders. If you want Dot to be run over by a taxi, press your red buttons now. Sorry, Dot. Sorry, Dot. I didn't see you there, love. What do you cook as a nice romantic dinner for the woman you love?
Oh, look, you've even done me a little candle.
Yep. All right, what it says.
All right,
Say it with spaghetti. But obviously, if it's for little Mo, get the large typeface alphabet spaghetti because she's a bit,
Be right with you.
You like dynamite?
Well, I got this instead.
Betty. The cat's done a whoopsie in the spaghetti. Yeah, so the last thing you'd expect her to be good at is a crossword.
Cowboy Sleeping Up with Mafia Connection gives Spooner a well-loved British comedian.
Well, Mafia's the mob, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Mafia's the mob, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and Cowboy Sleeping Thing must be a bunkhouse.
Yeah, cowboy sleeping thing's a bunkhouse, yeah. A mob bunkhouse. A comedian, mob bunkhouse. No, I can't see it.
Monkhouse. That's it. It's Bob Monkhouse.
It's fantastic.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, dear. Let's have a look at some of the other clues. Right, what's this? 2 down. Tool for cutting down a wild pig gets jiggled up with a thing that blows in a plug with an extra R, makes a comedian. Right. A tool for cutting down a wild pig. That's a bore scythe, obviously. That's a bore scythe. A thing that blows in a plug, that's a fuse. An extra R, frues a bore scythe. Yeah, no, it's no use. The problems between Max Branning and his wife Tanya continue, but instead of marriage guidance, they decided to settle it once and for all with an arm wrestle. Hey! Max's arrival for Tanya's affections in the shape of Sean Slater, and it all came to a head in the Queen Vic.
Yeah, to me that just don't seem fair somehow. No?
Ever since it's more like I'm warning you.
Don't leave us alone, we can do.
Look, stop it, the pair of you.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine, Phil, it's nothing.
What is this, Baldies Unite?
Yeah! Baldies Unite!
Okay, can I have a go?
That's it, Duncan, you stir him up!
Let me have a go, Harry.
That's it, out, man! Baldies Unite! Baldies Unite! Meanwhile, Club Reps is back. Yeah, or the mentally challenged on holiday. Here's the title sequence.
It's early season, but already the pressure's on for
Even the cameraman's drunk.
Area controller Ash.
And the reps aren't much better. Here's Mickey.
I want to cook.
What do you want to cook?
Well, I'm going to cook a pot noodle.
I'm gonna cook a pot noodle. So Rita's had some difficulty making L plates for hen night.
Wanted some owl plates. Nowhere has got any owl plates. I don't know if maybe learner in Spanish means something else.
Learner means something else in Spanish. Yeah, the word for learner in Spanish means felt-tip pen in the eye. I wonder what the Spanish word is for brain. No, probably means something else. Now, some people have difficulty spelling words. Fair enough.
How many L plates you doing?
4, but I did that one wrong.
But letters? Can't spell letters? That 6 years at Cheltenham Ladies' Cottage wasted. But it's not all fun, no. The reps have work to do.
It's the day of the cheese rehearsal.
Cheese rehearsal? What's a cheese rehearsal? What is there about cheese to rehearse? Right, Stilton, you go first. Be prepared to be cut up into wedges. Edam, take your red jacket off and let's have a look at some of your flesh. Cheddar, stay where you are, doing a great job. And Primula, yes, boss, get off my cheese board! No, but joking aside, it must be difficult for the reps to keep up that high level of entertainment.
Get some, like, say, 5 volunteers and get them dressed up as the village people and do YMCA. Everyone knows the dance and it'd be very funny to get them dressed up.
Yeah. Village people. That's always good for a laugh about 20 years ago. Still, they pulled it off. We all remember the village people. There was the Red Indian, the traffic cop and the milkman. That's right, the milkman. Which brings us to our TV High Voice of the Week.
TV High Voice of the Week.
What do you think you're doing, you opportunistic screecher? I'm not paying you. What? It was the week of the big dingle party. Do you ever have that thing where you're halfway through saying something and then the ferret down your trousers wakes up?
We've got to lay on a party here that people will talk about for years to come.
We've got to lay on a party here that people will talk about for years to come. By the pricking of my thumbs, something evil this way comes. He's passed out. Quick, get his shoes and socks off and tickle his feet to bring him round. Of course, this was Living TV's Derek Acorah's Ghost Towns. Yes, supernatural sleuth Derek Acorah and Daniela Westbrook off EastEnders travel around in a van hunting for ghosts.
You never really feel quite alone in there.
Wait a minute, travelling around in a van hunting for ghosts? I've seen that before somewhere. Hey, Derek, where are you?
Over here.
Yes, Derek and Shaggy, sorry, Daniela Westbrook off EastEnders, find themselves in Shrewsbury in an old haunted hotel.
I'm aware of a woman that of nasty intent, horrible. She used to, what was she? What was this woman?
She was Sam Mitchell. It's Daniela Westbrook off EastEnders, you fool. You haven't forgotten her already, have you, Derek? Later on, their relationship really hits the rocks.
Why are you here? Why are you bullying this poor...
Go away, slut!
Come on, Derek. We've all got to work together. At least sort out your differences off camera. Meanwhile, Derek feels he's getting close to catching the ghost.
I'm feeling cold right behind me.
Are you? Okay,
Very
well, that's
cold,
good.
Yeah.
Can you feel that, ladies?
I can feel it right behind me. It's ice cold right behind me. Really cold, yeah.
If any of you spirit energies are listening and watching,
that's cold, yeah.
We would like you to step forward and come close to the ladies.
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling idiots. So, Derek Acorah is the new Ghostbuster, Scooby was the old one. But which is better, Scooby-Doo or Derek Acorah? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Welcome back to the best of TV Burp. Remember when there was a trouser pump on Coronation Street? Derek Acorah, first casualty of relaxed licensing laws.
I'm staying!
And we track down the last bottle of Jade Goody's perfume to a policewoman on Life on Mars. Don't you hate it when your top lip sticks to your teeth, though, eh?
It was obviously a total Fruit Loop.
It's ITV1's hit new show, 11th Hour, with Jean-Luc Picard playing Chief Scientist Ian Hood, investigating the effects of global warming on some of the major cities in the world. Sydney, Bombay, Helsinki, Rotterdam, Copenhagen, Barcelona, Lagos, New York, Rio de Janeiro, Los Angeles. My God. And Norwich. How would the world cope without Norwich? The nerve centre of the key cutting and shoe repair industry. Imagine a world without Norwich. Where would we go for our puppet entertainment if there was no Norwich Puppet Theatre? And where could we purchase the same wide range of mustards available at the mustard shop? 15 The Arcade, Norwich, if Norwich itself was destroyed. Go, Ozone, go on, clear off. I'm kidding. I love Norwich. Hood was also looking into a mysterious suicide.
I wonder when he created this file.
Hey, he's gone, Hood. He must have done this before he killed himself.
Yeah, he must have sent the email before he killed himself. Not necessarily. It could happen. Tales from River Cottage now on Channel 4 with Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall. And this week he's trying to catch a cuttlefish. Now, to do that, of course, you have to make a female cuttlefish as bait.
In my second year at the cottage, one quarry I was desperate to get my hands on was the versatile cuttlefish. I decided to lure it into my trap with the offer of free sex.
Hugh himself is married, apparently. Here's a picture of him with his wife. Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall. Ah, bless. He lives in a cottage, grows all his own food. Ah, isn't he sweet, look. He's an animal!
There are few jobs more satisfying than skinning an eel. A nail through the head and a firm grip with the pliers, and it slips off a treat.
Yeah, nail through its head, pull its skin off. Charming. The problem with that is, at the end of the meal, you still have an eel's head nailed to your fence. There's a lesson to the entire eel kingdom not to mess with you. Here's harmless Hugh gutting a cuttlefish in his bath.
Cleaning a cuttlefish is a gleefully messy business. The problem, of course, is the sticky black ink, which it uses as a natural defence against predators. The ink is actually very tasty, and it's going to be an integral part of the dish I'm going to make. The first thing to do is to pull off the head and tentacles, which are attached to the guts. Then collect the ink before squeezing out the hard, cartilaginous backbone.
Hugh, how long are you going to be in there?
Next, the skin is peeled away from the body, and then it's time to deal with the head.
What are you doing in there? I need a bath. I need a bath, Hugh.
Everything in front of the eyes is edible, apart from the little hoops on the suckers, which are scraped off along with the skin on the tentacles.
But still, it's worth it in the end. Yeah, I think you'll be eating it on your own, mate. Don't you hate it, though, when you're driving along and your passenger's going faster than you are?
No. Don't you lie to me.
Okay, I mean, it just came out, and then I had no choice.
This was the bill, and for a moment this week, it seemed like they were trying to sell me something.
Davina, it's getting very difficult to believe anything you tell us.
Look, he gave me this first of all, and then he gave me this. And I said to him that I didn't want them, but he insisted. Last piece of jewellery Eddie gave me was this.
I thought I'd tuned into the shopping channel.
Davina, it's getting very difficult to believe anything you tell us.
He gave me this first of all, and then he gave me this. And I said to him that I didn't want them, but he insisted. Last piece of jewellery Eddie gave me was this.
Yeah, I'll have the ring, please. And a Chop-O-Matic hasn't turned up since before Christmas. Yeah. And how much are your Giorgio Zambelli handbags?
What did you buy it for? £100?
Is that all? For a Giorgio Zambelli handbag?
I'll take 4. Now, if you had a programme which followed the problem of binge drinking amongst Britain's population, what would you call it? That's right, Booze Britain, which followed 2 groups of people out on the booze.
My friend's having a baby, right? And her boyfriend drinks Stella all the time, and guess what they're calling the baby?
He liked to drink Stella, so what did she call the baby? The Artie? The Elizabeth?
Stella.
Stella, of course, sitting there, expecting some sort of twist to the story. Then there was caterer to the boozed, something of a celebrity in the northeast, Burger Barry.
Burger Barry has been dishing out hot food to late-night revellers for over 15 years, and he still loves it.
It's the best job I've ever had in my whole entire life.
Which begs the question, how many jobs have you had? Well, I've got his CV here. There he is. Name Burger Barry, previous employment, North East Water Board, job description, sieving raw sewage by hand. I bet he's got some stories, though, old Barry.
A few weeks ago, a kid come up and went, can I have a hot dog, mate? I went, aye. He turned around and he says, well, I want it to come out either side of the bun. And I went, you get what you're giving me? I says, 150. He says, I'm not paying that, so I slapped it in his face.
The search for a new Peter Ustinov is over. It's Burger Barry!
So, Burger Barry, you must have a lot of stories to tell.
Oh, well, a few weeks ago, a kid come up and says, I want a hot dog, mate. I went, aye. He turned round, he says, I want it sticking out either side of the bun. I said, you get what you're giving us, £1.50. He says, I'm not paying that. So I slapped in his face.
Now, our next guest has been serving fast food to boozed-up Geordies for over 15 years.
In the North East, please welcome Burger Barry.
What a way, woman.
You didn't always sell burgers, did you?
Well, no. I used to hand-sift sewage for the water board. I tell you, that was the second best job I'd had in my entire life.
Right, OK. Now, you brought some of your fare, some of your food with you. Could you just, talk us through it, please?
Yeah, well, that's like a burger. That's a burger, see? That's got a burger in it. And that's a cheeseburger. It's like a burger, only it's got cheese in it. And that one there, that's a hot dog.
Oh, I prefer mine, sticking out at both ends.
Musicality now on Channel 4. I wasn't sure this was so much a singing competition as a crying competition.
I want to go home.
Okay, till somebody else starts.
I must say, I do find this crying thing, it's good in a way, but I do find it boring.
In my view, the star of the show is Gareth Valentine, the musical director. And tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be drunk Barbara Streisand.
Ice candy and the sun's all bright. Don't bring the clouds away.
Hey, you saying we're getting you. He's got a very clever piano, though. He starts playing it, and once the piano's got the hang of it, it carries on by itself. Now he's playing it. It's all right, I've got the hang of it now. You can never wander. How do you react when you're given good news? Well, your first concern is my nose going to drop off?
So the first person to go through will be Caroline Graham. 2 will be Kerry Newton. Then Donna Hazelton. The last person to go through is Alex Hogg.
Well, that's all we've got time for, and to sing us out, it's the winners of Channel 4's Musicality.
I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. No more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I want to make her see how much this pains us. But you gotta walk away now it's over. Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. Many more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I know you want to make her see how much this pains us. But you gotta walk away now it's over. Dry your eyes, mate.
You have a chance to catch yesterday's cracking episode of Demons over on ITV2. Here at 9, a tough female cop is out to bag a killer in our brand new Linda LaPlante drama, Above Suspicion. But next, here on ITV1, a birthday celebration turns sour in the Royal.